welcome back to another Lippie Declutter. So as you saw earlier in the year, it was the first one I had ever posted to the channel. It wasn't the first one I'd ever done, but it was the first one I had filmed. It was the first one I had done since 2019 though, so it was long overdue, and honestly I was surprised that there weren't more things to declutter, and several people were shook that out of all the things I decluttered, there was no EOS. Unfortunately, today breaks that because it's mostly EOS that are being decluttered this time, and it hurts my heart. But it is unfortunately just part of the nature of when you run a channel like I do and you go through as many of these things as you do. Unfortunately, there's going to be some Lippie casualties that just don't get a chance to get used up. It's the nature of the beast. I accept that. I do it anyway, as you know. If I can find a way to repurpose them, I do. But some of these are very unfortunately gonna go straight in the trash, so. Anyway, the first of those that really, really hurts, but I think I knew, even when I did the last declutter, I just didn't have it in me to declutter it yet, was the Tint Cosmetics Lip Potion and Candy Corn. I didn't get to use very much of this before it went off, and I think I knew a long time ago that it didn't smell right. It smells like vinegar. It's not supposed to smell like vinegar. So it has just been sitting, taking up space without feeling safely usable, and I'm like, you know what, this is silly. This is silly. Why am I holding on to this? It's finally getting decluttered, and for this one, unfortunately, there's no real way to safely repurpose this, so. It's sad, it hurts, but out it goes. The next one isn't even that old. I checked back through my videos, but I don't know if there is a leak somewhere in this and that's why it went bad so fast, but it's by Floss, and it's my new favorite lip gloss in Yule. I have a much older one than this that is perfectly fine still, but this one, first off, it is gooey and sticky all the way down to the point where I have been keeping it inside of a plastic bag inside the caboodle just so it'd stop wiping out everything else in there. And it still managed to even leak through that. Huh, lovely. But I opened this, and when I tell you, it literally smells like piss. That's going in the trash. Sorry, baby. That's going in the trash. I don't care that it's not even that old. Just, that is never going on my mouth again. That is freaking disgusting. I don't know what happened there. Ew. Mind you, when I do these declutters, it involves going through all three of my caboodles of lip products, one by one, opening each one, looking at it in the light, looking for any abnormalities in color, in texture, sniffing them to see if they smell off. A lot of times that is the thing that tells me, okay, it's time for them to go. Yeah, and actually the list that I have for you today was twice as long yesterday, but I slept on it before making this video, and I went and I double-checked everything today. And I had a change of heart on several that I'm gonna give a last chance round to, but they'll most likely probably end up in the next round of declutters, but they live another day currently. But there was like about another 7 on the chopping block that ended up just barely squeaking out of this video because I was lazy and didn't film it last night, and then I ended up rethinking them, so. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going nose blind after a while of smelling hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of these back to back to back for literal hours last night. And wanted to make sure that these do, in fact, smell off, right? And the ones that went back in, I'm like, actually, I think it's still okay for a little longer. I'll hold on to them, but anyway. Or ones where, there's something iffy on just the top surface. Here, let's do some lip balm surgery. Chop, okay, it lives another day. This one hurts, though. This one freaking hurts because it didn't expire. But I'll tell you what did happen to it. This is the In Beauty Project Glaze No. 2 Lip Oil in Berry Jam, which I really, really liked. I did get to put a nice dent on it, but what am I supposed to do? I even tried with pliers to get this back out of it, to see if I could hot glue it back in there, because the product inside is fine. But there's like no way for me to get this unstuck. I even had my dad take a crack at it, and we could not get this thing undone. I'm gonna give it one last go just before tossing it. I'm gonna like submerge it in hot water to see if maybe it loosens something up to where I can dislodge it. And if that happens, then ignore that this was in this video. But I don't think it's gonna release it. It's like stuck. And I think whatever happened with it probably happened when the cap got janky and I had to tape around it because it split. Yeah, and there's no way of getting it. I tried so long last night, but it just does not budge at all in the tiniest. And it really sucks because I really like this one, but... And this brand is really expensive per product, so it hurts to have to toss that. But, yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes there's casualties because they fucking break. This one, and all of them past this point except one, they're being decluttered as lip products, but I'm going to keep them as moisture sticks for like my elbows and my feet. I don't feel comfortable putting them on my face, but I'll use them on dry patches like that. So this one is the Whole Foods Market Organic Lip Balm in Chocolate Candy Cane. All of the ones from this point forward, they smell rancid. So I was like, I'm never putting that on my mouth again. But look, dude, it's basically freaking full. I didn't open this that long ago. The other two from the set it came from aren't bad. So I don't know what this one's excuse is. I know sometimes peppermint oil makes things spoil faster. I don't know why that is, but unfortunately, yeah, so it's going to be a foot balm. Anyway, this one is legitimately older. It's the EOS Sugar Plum Smooth Stick, which, that's sad, because I had just finished, like, the smooth sphere of that last year. And I was like, well, at least I still have the stick, though, so I can still appreciate it. Yeah, no, it has, like, no scent. And there's still all that product in there that is otherwise still fine to use. I just don't feel comfortable putting it on my mouth with the scent it has now. I think this one was Wildberry. I cannot tell because there's no smell at all to go by anymore. But yeah. So at least I can repurpose these. Ironically, Wildberry. At least that one had some use on it, but it's like wet and it smells funky. I was like, I'm not putting that in my mouth, but I'll dry it off and use it on my feet, though. This one was gonna be the next one I did after the Jade Matcha Tea, but I just, oh god, it almost knocked me over when I opened it. I was like, no, no way in hell, buddy. So, unfortunately, I think this was the Aquamarine Mint. Ugh. Why am I smelling it a second time? I'm like, just triple confirming that it is, in fact, not okay to use. Maybe this isn't what I was thinking of. Because by comparison, it just smells scentless. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, I have so many that are still good. Like, why would I waste all that time when I could use the good ones? I'll just use it as a moisture one. This one never got used. It was First Snow. And the reason it never got used, it's a shame, because this one smelled really good. This one, though, I may just toss. Like, the top surface of had bumps on it from day one, and that means bacterial growth. It's so disappointing. So I may try to, like, scrape off that top layer, and then see if it's any good as a moisture balm, but I was very disappointed with that, but given how wonky that one was, when the other two in the same trio weren't, I didn't want to buy another pack and potentially have the same thing happen, so. And then, this one I don't think I can repurpose safely. It is the EOS, what was it? Whichever one had Ruby in the name that was like a tinted one, it was like supposed to be a lip and cheek balm. Yeah, I used it like a couple of times, and that was it. But this one, I think this is what I was thinking of, that smells real rank, and I don't even want to put it near my face. This goes on dark. There's no way of using that like a moisture bomb. I'm sure as hell not putting it on my mouth again. And I don't feel comfortable putting it on my cheeks, because even when it was new, it broke me out the times that I tried to use it like that, so it's a shame, because it's really cool packaging on it that I liked. It's so cute, but I'm gonna have to take the L on this one and just let it go and just be okay with that. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing, but it is what it is. Could I, like, empty it out and repurpose this? I could, but realistically, if I go to all that trouble, am I realistically going to use it for anything? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, so it sucks, because it's so cute and so unique looking, because, I mean, the other ones that they did in the Shimmers line, they were, like, black for the most part, with, like, some color in the cutout. But this one was red, and it looked really cool, but I slept on it too long, and that is unfortunately that. So 4 of them are going in the trash. 6 of them are at least usable. Well, 5 for sure, maybe 6 if the one with the bumps on it can be revived to use as moisture sticks. But needless to say, they'll be put in a baggie that is labeled like feet or something on it, to where I know, do not put these on your damn mouth, do not mix them up. So in case anyone ever worries about that, don't worry, I have a system. But anyway, yeah, that is my mid-year declutter with these. It sucks, but it's a necessary evil that's gotta be done from time to time. I'm trying to get back in the habit of doing this every 6 months again, and sometimes I go through all of the things, and I find nothing to declutter, and it's a wonderful day when that happens. But unfortunately, that's usually not the case. Usually there's at least a couple. And that's generally why I had never even bothered filming these before, because it was only like 1 or 2 a lot of times, and there's no real point even making a video out of that, but well, there's a handful like this. What the hell? Why not? Why not? So, anyway, it is what it is, so you guys know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.